Yeah. So, what are we going to talk about now? I don't know. I just turned the camera on. I got some time. Anyhow. Yeah, this video is for entertainment and education purposes only. Any and everything I say could be wrong. Do your own research, right? Come to your own conclusions. Whatever. I'm trying to think. Well, so I've been talking about prepare for a life of homelessness, which is a fun topic for me. To me, it's relevant. You know, I mean, come on now. I mean, we're looking at, you know, wars and rumors of wars, and, you know, you got all this shit going on, dude. Rumors of a economic collapse. Allegedly, the country that we live in the United States of America, is, you know, how many trillions? Is it probably up to $38 trillion in debt right now? I mean, how much more of a fucking, how much closer to the verge of an economic collapse do you need to be in than that, when the country you live in is $37 trillion in debt? I mean, or more, 38, probably 38. Like, the majority of people can't even fathom what $1 trillion is, let alone 38 trillion or 37 trillion. How much more on the verge of economic collapse do you need to be in than living in a country where your country is allegedly 37 to 38 trillion dollars in debt? I mean, there's no better time to prepare for a life of homelessness than now. And you know what's funny is people just don't think that this is a subject worth covering. You know, like you know, look at the greats, True Stream Media, Corbett Report, on and on. All these people, are they ever talking about, like, prepare for homelessness? Never. They never are. And you must, at this point, know why they're not talking about it. The reason they're not talking about it isn't because that it's not important and it's not relevant to today. The reason they're not talking about it is because it's not going to bring them clicks, likes, views, and subs. Because just the word homelessness itself repels people. Your average person, when they hear the word homeless, they're like, all right, change the channel. I don't want to hear about this homeless stuff. And see, that goes back to the whole thing of what you need to know about the truth. There's what people want to hear, which is not anything that has to do with homeless. They don't want to hear about it. There's what people want to believe, that they're all on, everyone's on the verge of of homelessness and an economic collapse. Nobody wants to hear that or believe that they could be homeless. You know, they don't want to hear that. So. And everything else, like, you know, I don't know, just pull anything out of your ass, you know, Jewish-based lasers, you know, interdimensional beings, just anything to distract me from the truth, you know. And then there's the truth. That's what you need to know about the truth, is there's what people want to hear, there's what people want to believe, there's everything else, then there's the truth. And so all these channels, I don't care who they are, whether it's Dustin Nemos or Stu Peters or, you know, Richie from Boston, Corbett Report, True Stream Media. You can go down the list of all these guys. These guys are telling their audience what their audience wants to hear, because that's the whole point. That is the whole point of their channel, is clicks, likes, views, subs. It's not about bringing you the truth. They want to make money off of their channel, and they do make money off of their, and they figured out what how you make money off of your channel is by telling a large group of people what that large group of people wants to hear. So you figure out your target audience, and you figure out what it is that your target audience wants to hear, and then you just tell them that. So anyways, any real truther channel will never get popular, trendy, will never make money. You can't make money off the truth. You know? Everybody hates the truth. Why? Because the truth means responsibility. That's why everyone hates it. And that's why everyone hates the truth about homelessness. Because the truth about homelessness means responsibility. That means people need to start standing up and standing against this fucking economic system that is designed to, to feed the oligarchy, and trample the epsilons below. And so the truth about homelessness means responsibility, means standing up against the fucking oligarchy, and nobody wants to do that, right? And there's you can come up with all kinds of excuses as to why you don't have time. Well, America is still the freest country in the world, so I don't have time to, I mean, these excuses are just pathetic, And nobody's gonna. Nobody's gonna. That's why all this is gonna continue to get worse. It's just all gonna. What do you think the trajectory is gonna be 10 years from now? That everything is gonna be better, right? And so this is why everybody hates the truth about homelessness. And why everybody hates the truth, because the truth means responsibility. The truth about homelessness is that, society must be held accountable. You can measure a society by how it treats its poor. That's a Gandhi quote. And that's why everybody hates the subject of homelessness, because your society treats the homeless like worse than it does a fucking pedophile fucking prisoner in a fucking prison. That's why your society hates the subject of homelessness, because your society treats a pedophile in prison better than it treats the fucking U.S. homeless population. And because that's the truth, that means somebody needs to be held accountable for this. When your society treats pedophiles in prison better than they treat the fucking homeless, well, and somebody needs to be held accountable for this. And nobody wants to take responsibility. The truth means responsibility. That's why everybody fucking hates it. And that's why True Stream Media and Corbett Report and fucking Richie from Boston and Stu Peters and all of these fucking frauds, why they spew all their lies all the fucking time. Because they know that's what their audience wants, is lies. Because the truth means responsibility. And so nobody wants to hear the fucking truth. So don't give me this bullshit about truthers and truther channels. Fucking, dude, shut up, bro. I don't want to fucking hear it. I already know the truth. I already know. The thing that you need to know about the truth is there's what people want to hear, there's what people want to believe, there's everything else. Then there's the truth. I already know this. And I already know that the truth is not popular. So when you're going on and on about how you're gonna hack into the mainframe and start distributing the truth on the internet, I already know that's stupid because I don't know if you've noticed, but the truth isn't very popular. So all your bullshit, fucking faggot bullshit about, oh yeah, TrueStream Media and all these others, they're all hacking into the mainframe to expose the truth on the internet. It's a big pile of fucking horse shit, you know? The truth isn't popular, so how did these truthers get popular? Because the truth is popular, Angry Hobo. You need to wake up. The truth is now popular on the internet. You guys, like, it's all a joke. See, and I know the truth. I know the truth, that the truth isn't popular. And I already know the truth, that that's what you need to know about the truth. Is that people don't want to hear the truth. People don't want to believe in the truth. People just want to hear what they want to hear. People just want to believe what they want to believe. And any and everything else to distract them from the truth. Why? Because everybody hates the truth. Why do people hate the truth? Because the truth means responsibility. That means fucking stop fucking complaining and crying and fucking moaning and being selfish and self-centered where all you think and care about is yourself and fuck everyone else, and start fucking getting responsible and fucking giving a fuck about somebody but yourself. You know? In order to protect your freedoms, you need to defend the freedoms of others. There's more responsibility. If you want to protect your freedom, then it's your responsibility to protect the freedoms of others. It's not just like an option. And you don't get to cherry pick who you want to defend, whose freedoms you want to defend, and who you don't get to fucking cherry pick based on your bullshit opinion that has nothing to do with fucking facts, truth, and reality. You know? Oh, I think I'll just cherry pick these people over here that don't really need their freedoms defended so that I can look like I'm defending freedom, you know, in order to protect my freedom. That's fake bullshit. Anyways, whatever. I'm off on a fucking tangent, dude. You know, whatever, because, you know, homelessness, all this, like, you know, and so this is what I use my channel for, because I can't really talk about homelessness in society, because your society hates the truth about homelessness, and your society perpetually rejects any and all truth about the subject of homelessness. So I can't talk about it in your society. That's why I have this YouTube channel, so that I can fucking talk about it, about the truth about homelessness. You know, it's like that Megadeth song where he says, "Now I must scream of the overdose." Like, this overdose of fucking lies everywhere and lying by omission. Like, your society is just saturated with lies and lying by omission and you know, yeah, so yeah. Now I must scream of the overdose of your fucking society and all its lies. Like, the society you live is just one big, disgusting, pig fucking lie, dude. And you all know it. And you all just go along with it like, whatever. And then you wonder, well, why am I getting locked down in 2020? Why is this happening? How dare you? It's everyone else's fault, you know? How dare you lock me down? So anyways, whatever. But yeah, so let's just kind of, you know, bring it down a notch, right? That's my little rant. I'm having a little rant session here. But yeah, that's why. So I talk about home. That's what I use my channel for. That's what I have used it for in the past. And this channel, I kind of like taking a break from that, you know. But it's just hard to. You can't really avoid it because it's so directly connected to the truth and everything. It's the 5,000-pound gorilla in the room when we're talking about truth that nobody wants to go near. And that's because people prefer the lie. They just prefer, to live in this society that's based off of one big, massive, complete fucking lie. Anyways, see you boys.